the 128th get-together. Actually, the road team has the advantage. In this case, Georgia leads the all-time series by 7 victories. The whole city's been cranked up since Thursday. Now it's time to play ball. And Auburn will bring it out to the 25-yard line. Peyton Thorne, there he is, number 1, as Gary talked about, the transfer from Michigan State. As we take a look at our Papa John's lineups. Peyton out of Naperville, Illinois. Great stats, really. Michigan State did such a fine job. He struggled a little bit here so far at Auburn. And the rest of the offense joining him. And a nice guy to have in your backfield is Jarquez Hunter, a preseason first-team SEC performer. And that's who's with him in the backfield on the first snap of the game from the 25. And now Quez will empty that backfield. Going to throw it out in the flat to Jay Fair. And Fair got it out around the 29-yard line against the Georgia defense that Jenny talked about. And it looks like this. Tyke Smith, what a great start to the season. He's already got 3 interceptions, which is actually tied with Jalen Simpson of Auburn for the tops in the country in that category. Fairweather, a big target at tight end, shifting over to the right side. They're loaded that way on 2nd and 7. Jarquez going to get wrapped up, and he's going to lose a couple.
So something that might help this Georgia defense. Javon Bullard is back in that lineup. MVP of the semifinal and national championship game. He's the quarterback back there, emotional leader, and a terrific football player.
Yes, he is. And Kirby told us yesterday, confidence-wise, just having him in there is going to make the defense that much better. So a 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers. They're only 39% on the year so far.
And what did they want to avoid? 3rd and long. Right. What do they got? 3rd and long.
3 receivers to Thorne's left. He's looking that way. He's not going to get a chance to go that way.
You got to throw the ball. I mean, they've had 7 sacks a week ago. And when we watched practice all day Thursday, the only thing Hugh Freeze said over and over, and I can tell you when he said it, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. He must have said it 50 times.
Xavier Story and Michael Williams in there to drop the quarterback.
Even an incomplete pass is better than a sack early in this game. The team is down about that, and then you get a sack first, 3rd and long.
Kyle Music's going to let this go out of bounds around the 32-yard line. And that'll bring Carson back. And the Papa John's Georgia offense. Carson Beck off to a good start. 6 touchdown passes, almost 1,200 yards in the air. But as we talked about, hostile environment for the first time. Georgia's first 4 games were all at home in Athens. Dejon Edwards in the backfield with Beck from the 32. Brock Bowers switches sides. And it's Dejon. And he's going to be dropped for a loss of 1. Nice surge by Marcus Harris. Along with Jalen McLeod on the Georgia offense. Marcus Rosemy, Jack Saint become more of a threat as a downfield receiver. And Georgia with a 2nd down and 11. Bowers now joins Beck in the backfield. He has been a ball carrier at times this year and last year. Beck to throw. Going to flare it out to Bowers. Got a blocker in front. Trying to run over a guy over there and can't quite do it. I think it might have been Kaylin Lee, or was it Simpson?
Well, if you're going to go against this Georgia offense, the one guy you have to corral is Bowers after the catch. 80% of his receiving yards are after the catch. Yards after the catch mandatory. Good play by that Auburn defense.
So Georgia with a 3rd down and 9, and we'll hear the noise on Carson Beck. Has time, delivers a strike. First down, Ladd McConkey.
Yeah,
his first catch of the year.
Look at the difference right there. What that Georgia offensive line gave Carson Beck. Opportunity to get it to 84, but plenty of time to find him.
I don't know who feels better about that, McConkey, Kirby Smart, or Carson Beck. But that's Ladd's first catch of the year, and now back on the ground at Ajon Edwards.
Or about 1 million Georgia fans watching the game.
A good point. Asante with a tackle on Ajon Edwards.
So this reworked offensive line, early injury of the right tackle. Mims is forced to switching of putting Truss at right tackle and Fairchild in for that left guard spot. So far holding up well.
Fairchild wearing Devin Willock's number 77 today in honor of their fallen teammate. Ajon Edwards off the left sides gets into Auburn territory at about the 48, where Marcus Harris makes another stop for the defense of Auburn. And Eugene Asante leads the team in tackles, and they had a 67-yard fumble return for their only touchdown last week. Trying to pack it in there, and Auburn says, and it's Harris again.
I don't think Kirby will be tempted to do this. With the way Auburn's offense is moving the ball, I wouldn't give him any life early. I'd punt here.
And he's going to. A 4th down at 2. Georgia will kick it, and that'll bring out Brett Thorson. Thorson, all-SEC freshman a year ago from punting positions. You look behind him.
Yeah, and confusion on how many players were on the field for Auburn. Cannot afford to make a mistake. Worth burning a timeout here.
And they burn that timeout just 5 minutes into the game.
At the 50-yard line, they did have 12 men on the field. And we almost had a coach laying on the field as Hugh was moving to call timeout. The 12th player almost ran him over a la Jimbo Fisher a week ago.
Yeah, right. So now Thorson set to kick. And Coy Moore stands back around the 10-yard line for Auburn. Moore just gets out of the way. Thorson trying to drop it inside the 10 and does around the 6.
And with an offense that's struggling, that's a perfect punt for Georgia.
Sure is. So Thorson does his job and pins Auburn in a hole. Stay in the know with CBS Sports HQ, a 24/7 free network that brings you the latest news, picks, scores, and highlights from all the sports you love. Watch CBS Sports HQ anywhere, anytime, all the time. And I'm going to join the HQ team after our game.
I'm going to go try to find and watch that afterwards.
I think you should.
Yeah.
Or you could just sit in the booth and listen to me.
Oh,
that'd be a first.
Too.
Straight up the middle for a couple for Jarquez Hunter. Auburn's struggles on offense well documented last week against Texas A&M. 56 passing yards. Auburn hasn't had a 100-yard passing game against a Power 5 team the last 5 Power 5 teams they played. That's not good.
And amazingly, they won 2 of them.
Yes, they did. And it's going to be the keeper. And Peyton Thorne down the sideline. One guy to beat. Out of bounds, but a huge run. Javon Bullard saved a touchdown.
I had to make sure that wasn't number 9 running the ball, Robbie Ashford. But what a play to get out of your own zone. And that was a called quarterback keeper the whole way. That wasn't even a read. That was almost a quarterback sweep called. What a call by someone for Auburn.
A 61-yard romp by the quarterback and all the way to the Georgia 30-yard line. Now the quick throw. That one almost picked off.
So there's one of those RPOs, and that's the difference that Javon Bullard can make to this defense for Georgia. This
That
is a
happened
guy
so fast. He closed it extremely quickly.
And a big hole it looks like, but Bullard has seen it all. And that's the difference that he can make in a championship defense.
Was intended for Fairweather, the tight end, and Bullard on a great break on the ball, knocks it away, forces second down at 10.
And that was an RPO call. Did not call one of those against A&M.
Fairweather in motion. This time it's Jarquez. Hunter got the edge. All the way down inside the 20 and about the 17.
Well, Jarquez was very effective a year ago running against Georgia. And in this play, it's misjudged by the secondary. Just outruns him. Bullard does not take the proper angle, and he gets around the corner.
Pick up of 13 down to the 17.
Last week against A&M, Ness, when they got into this part of the field, never got inside the 20.
No, they didn't get the red zone.
But if they got into field goal range, they had penalties that even law got them out of field goal range. Let's see how they handle it.
Already done something they didn't do against A&M. Let's get it inside the 20, and now they're down inside the 15 and driving down to the 12, maybe the 11.
And the Georgia defense has been giving up touchdowns in the red zone.
Yes, they have. Uncharacteristic, but there you see it, 114th in the country. So that defense that Jenny talked about, wanting to strap it up today and come to life, and they've given up a couple explosive plays here. This time, not so much. Georgia saying they got the ball out, but it's going to be blown dead.
So here we go now. Third down.
Auburn's 12 out of 15 in the red zone this year, 10 of those touchdowns. And we told you about the red zone defense of Georgia.
This is when Georgia's defense brings in their pass rushing look. They go three down linemen a lot, and they come from every different angle.
It was a lot closer to a fumble than we thought on the first time, but his rear end was down when the ball came out. So third down at 4. But you don't want some negative play here or a penalty.
Another timeout. You can tell the importance of the start of this game. Georgia has been a slow starting team in the first quarter. Auburn wants to take advantage of it. They believe that this is the time they need to score.
We'll see if they do when we come back.
It wasn't 12 men on the field. This time it was not enough men on the line of scrimmage. And you tried to do it. You're trying to get this guy on the line of scrimmage. Hugh gets some advice from the booth that we're not in the proper formation. He doesn't want to take a chance with the play clock. The booth can help the head coach. Notre Dame can attest to that.
Jarquez not going to get to the first down mark.
Now the question for Hugh Freeze, how confident is he to go for the first down, or does he kick the field goal?
He's going to go for 3. Dumas Johnson made the stop to prevent the first down on Hunter.
So that's a win for the Georgia defense. Boy, big time. A great play by Bullard to knock down a pass, then a great sweep, and then all of a sudden it stalls out.
Alex McPherson, so far so good. 3 for 3 on the year. This will be a 27-yard field goal attempt to try to put the Tigers on the board first. And it is perfect.
Don't you think that play call 3rd and 4, I almost thought when they ran it they were going to go for it on 4th down.
Yep. They settled for 3. Great run though that covered 82 yards all on the ground, including 61 by the quarterback, and the field goal gives Auburn the lead. The country, what do you think?
Yeah, you know, Ness, I was thinking about that during the break. You might say he showed a lack of confidence in his offense. I think it's just the opposite. He feels his offense has a lack of confidence, and he doesn't want to have something bad happen early in the game, like stopping him on 4th down.
Akeem Muse on the kick return from the 10, and he gets it out around the 30. Kirby Smart, 85 and 15 over his first 100 games. That is pretty impressive.
Kicking team number 27. The 5-yard penalty is added to the end of the play. First down, Georgia.
And, of course, 2 national titles back-to-back, trying to make it a three-peat this year. So that'll move it out around the 34-yard line with the penalty on the offsides and the kicking team. So Georgia good starting field position. First drive, and then had the first drive, and then had to punt it away. See what they do with Carson Beck and company on their second offensive series. Back up, play fake, deep middle, just over the outstretched arms of Oscar Delp, the tight end.
Give a little bit of a nod to this to Brock Bowers, because 2 players go with Bowers on the play, leaving Delp man-to-man on the inside linebacker. Could not draw up a better play than this for Mike Bobo. You've got your tight end on an inside linebacker for a touchdown, overthrown.
He's had a couple of those this year. That one forces second down and 10. Back again down the middle. This one might be intercepted.
Yep.
Battle for possession. No indication yet.
Remember, simultaneous catch goes to the offense.
And the officials haven't given us any word yet. The umpire is there. The back judge is there. And nobody wants to point in either direction.
Simultaneous goes to the offense. What are they going to call it?
It was Jalen Simpson who was in there. Would have been his 4th interception in the year.
They're huddling up. It appears that it was wrestled away on the ground. Simpson was upset that he had the ball, and then it was taken away from him once they got to the ground. That looks like an interception.
I would agree with Jalen Simpson.
An interception by the defense. First down.
Yep. His 4th of the year. And a great play on the ball. Jalen Simpson's got it back for the Tigers. Might be a little dance on the sideline when he gets there.
How about the back-to-back throws for Carson Beck? Misses a touchdown, then he gets an interception.
Papa John's
plays on the road. First time start for Carson Beck. Right up the seam. Perfect touchdown here. This is going to score. You see the safety running away from it. He'll never even see the play. Overthrown. He come back on the very next pass. And Simpson is, oh, there he is right there, is going to jump on the crossing route. Bang! He reads it just like Bullard did when he knocked down the pass, only he gets the interception.
Great play. Brunswick, Georgia native Jalen Simpson. His 4th interception of the year, leading the country in that capacity now.
Because you have a play here that he's been saving, because this is the time you'd use it.
The T in the backfield. And here comes Georgia's heat. And down goes Thorne.
Tyke Smith that time coming off the edge.
Tyke Smith having a tremendous season in the first month for Georgia.
Coming right off the edge. You should be accounting for him if you're a quarterback. You got to know that you're under danger if he comes. You got to get rid of that ball. Again, Peyton is a veteran quarterback in a new system. Let's just say that, okay? Yeah. So he's learning on the go as well.
Georgia's 2nd sack of the first quarter brings up second down and 15. Jay Fair, the motion man, going to flare it out in the flat to the tailback. But T got a positive gain, still going to be 3rd down. Transferred from Michigan State, 49 touchdown passes for the Spartans. 6 total touchdowns so far through the first month of the season for Auburn. And a 3rd and long. Georgia shifting on their defensive front, as they so often do.
6 men come.
And Thorne got away from it. And now decides he has to run. Oh, big hit on the sideline.
Better not have stepped out of bounds, or Devon Bullard's going to get a call for an unnecessary roughness.
Well, he becomes
kind
a
of
running
a stop
back right
and go.
there.
Does he get his foot out of bounds? No. Ooh. Ooh.
It's almost a horse collar as well.
Yep.
A lot of things could have happened there.
Horse collar. Then Bullard goes very low. Legal hit, though. It was just whether his foot was on the line.
And 4th down and 2.
Interesting call here.
They didn't go on 4th down and 2 in the red zone. They're going on 4th down and 2 from the 40.
They're going to run that quarterback keep.
And he's got the edge, and he's got the first down.
That's the same play he ran earlier. Same exact play off the goal line. He gained 61 yards last time he ran it, but these 2 yards are just as important.
Exactly. I was going to say. Got it to the 35-yard line. So 67 yards of their 74 total yards, courtesy of number 1. Jarquez Hunter back in the backfield. High snap. Jarquez, not much, maybe a yard. Michael Williams pulling on his leg out of the pile of Georgia defenders.
So as Hughes Freeze has come in here, and there's a bunch, we'd be easier for Brad and I to tell you when somebody makes a play that is not a transfer in here. But that offensive line is a work in progress. 3 transfers and 1 junior college, 4 first-year players in that offensive line.
Yeah, we started using different color magic markers for transfers, and Gary and I decided we had a very colorful board.
Yes.
2nd down and 8.
Let's see if they can give their quarterback some time here.
Quick throw and a wheel route. Incomplete. Broken up. Auburn fans looking for a flag, and there it is. Jalen Everett.
Let's see what happens here. Ball's in the air. Good things can happen to an offense when you're throwing the ball and getting rid of it. Watch Peyton Thorne. He knows he's going to get pressure. This is what they've been telling him all week. Get the ball out. Look what happens. He gets the ball out, and something good can happen.
Interference, automatic first down. Brooks was the intended receiver.
He was hesitating a week ago.
Yeah.
You know, and it just that little bit of hesitation. You know, it's not going to always be pretty. They're not going to always be wide open, but get it out of your hands.
Back in the red zone of the 19 now for Auburn. Already leading by a field goal. Hunter, big opening off the left side. Down to the 4-yard line, 1st and goal. Malachi Starks brought him down. He almost scored.
Well, Dylan Wade and Gunnar Britton, the left guard and left tackle. Watch these 2 guys do their job. That is something you do not see very often against this Georgia defense.
Go right back to him, and he's in the end zone. Hunter, touchdown, Auburn.
As Georgia has struggled with slow starts, they got another one going here today.
They had one against South Carolina that we saw a couple of weeks ago, and the same thing happening on the road. 5-yard touchdown for Jarquez Hunter, his 2nd score of the year. McPherson's extra point is good. It's early, but it's a little bit shocking to the number 1 team in the country. 48-yard drive after the interception by Beck. Took him 7 plays. Jarquez Hunter from 5 yards out. 10-0 Tigers. Well, this crowd is into it. So is the Auburn sideline, and why not? With 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter, they're leading the number 1 team in the country 10-0. Remember, 6 years ago, Georgia came in here number 1, and they didn't lead number 1. This one from the 3-yard line. Muse. He's been a good return man, both as a kickoff and a punt returner. He's got another good one going. So Mekhi Muse with a big kickoff return.
When you go watch practice, you're kind of amazed at this guy. Not that he's just short, but his body type is stocky. But he runs. I mean, he was a not recruited athlete. Walk-on. Pretty good success at Georgia with walk-ons.
Yeah, no doubt. The only offer he had was from a Division III school. And comes to Georgia, and he's been their top return guy. 41-yard kickoff return sets Georgia up at the 44. And Dejon Edwards, tough run. Remember, leading to that score by Auburn, it all started with the interception, the 4th of the year by Jalen Simpson. And I know, Jenny, you spent some time with him this week.
Yeah, the man loves to dance. Coach Freeze told him, if you have a big play, don't celebrate on the field. Let's avoid a penalty. Come over to the sideline. I'll do a little dance with you. So after week 1, Jalen gave Coach a 5 out of 10, but they have been practicing their dance moves. So hopefully we'll be able to see it later in this game, guys.
It sure was a big play, the biggest one of the first quarter so far. Brock Bowers got a first down as Larry Nixon runs him out of bounds.
Interesting. Auburn, the way they're going to treat Brock Bowers, when he's attached to the line of scrimmage, they treat him as a tight end. If he splits out, they're going to count him as a wide receiver.
Back on a slant. Nice throw. Just short of the first down to Dylan Bell.
This will be noted by Mike Bobo. Watch Bowers on the wheel route on this case. He is open. This is where he's dangerous. You match up as a tight end against a linebacker, and he makes people pay for that matchup.
There's what Gary's talking about. He'd still be running. Kendall Milton has checked in. He's been banged up somewhat through the first month of the season. Ladd McConkey's in there as well. Those two guys limited duty so far at the beginning of the season. Back bootleg. Wow, he had to get rid of it in a hurry.
Did a great job of getting rid of that football, saving 10 yards.
And that was Elijah McAllister, who was coming in a hurry, a Vanderbilt transfer.
Coming from the right side, right there. All 6'5" and a half of them.
He is long and intelligent, working on his doctorate after leaving Vandy and coming to Auburn. He said the atmosphere is a little bit different here, I'd say. 3rd down and 2. Bowers sets up in the backfield. He'll get the call and the first down.
How about that?
That looked like it was going to be a loss of a yard, and he just bulldozed his way with the offensive line to pick up the first down.
We talked about it. They throw him the ball. He blocks, and now he runs from the backfield. Did it a few times before. We've seen it, but key 4th down play, they went to their playmaker.
So that'll end quarter number 1. If you're just joining us, surprise, surprise. Auria made a perfect landing in the pregame. So far, so did Jaquez Hunter in the end zone. 10-0 at the end of 1. Quarter number 2 at Jordan-Hare Stadium, where Auburn controlled the first 15 minutes and leads 10-0. Georgia on offense here in the first snap. Dylan Bell around the edge, and Bell's got a first down and then some. Just moments ago, Jenny talked with Hugh Freeze.
Coach, you're up 10-zip. You got the huge interception out there. How does this team continue to be a force?
Well, I mean, I knew we were going to play hard. It's hard not to when you're in front of a packed Jordan-Hare Stadium. You know, it's a great atmosphere to play in. Our kids love this rivalry, and they'll play for 60 minutes. We got a good first quarter. We got 3 more of them.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep, thank you. Dylan
Bell again on the carry. After a 14-yard pickup, he gets 5 more. And Georgia at the 13. Second down at 5. The slow starts by the Bulldogs seemingly all season has bitten them again here at Auburn so far. Roseney-Jackson in motion and hitting the backfield in a loss of 2 or 3 is Dejon Edwards, and it's Nehemiah Pritchett.
It's obvious that you want to stop the opponent's running game. But it's even more important against Georgia because off of that rushing attack, what they do so well is their play-action pass game. If you can control the running game, and they've done it so far in this game, it forces Georgia into a drop-back passing game.
That was DJ James, I beg your pardon, on the tackle and the loss forcing a 3rd down and 7.
Now let's see if Auburn can put some pressure on the quarterback, or do they need help by blitzing?
Let's see if Carson Beck's going to stay under center. No, he just came up to talk to his offensive line.
Does he come?
3rd and 7. Got hit as he threw, but caught. Ra Thomas, who had a big game against Auburn last year in a different uniform, a juggling catch to keep the drive alive.
Sorry, Nessa. Eugene Asante, number 9, hits it full speed, but Carson Beck makes a wonderful play. He could feel that linebacker coming right at him, and he delivers an on-target throw for the 1st down.
And Ra just stayed with it, juggled it to himself, and has it 1st and goal.
Huge play. That should take the pressure off Carson Beck.
He'll feel it tomorrow, but not right now. From the 5. Dejon Edwards driving down around the 2 before he's pushed back. Cam Riley in on the stop. 4th time under Kirby Smart ever trailing by 10 or more after the 1st quarter. And the other ones didn't go so well. As Kirby said a couple of weeks ago to Jenny, moment by moment. Can't get it all back in one play. They can get part of it back here from the 2-yard line. Edwards. And he's in. Touchdown, Georgia.
That's what Edwards does so well. Runs through tackles. I thought Larry Nixon, number 30, had him for no gain. Watch him run right through the tackle.
Kirby says he's slithery. That was a good slither.
Yep, exactly what he did.
So Georgia goes 56 yards in 11 plays. A little over 5 minutes to close the gap to 3. Pending Peyton Wooding's extra point. Woodring, the freshman. And up and good. So 11:49.
Sooner or later, you're going to come to 3rd down, and you got to stand in there and make the play. And Carson Beck does. Great grab by Thomas, and then they go to their playmaker. Edwards takes it, runs through a tackle, and as Ness said, slithered in for the touchdown.
Rivalry, but all week the coaches have been talking about it's not about hate, it's about mutual respect. Well, I think Asante and Carson Beck just exemplified that after that big hit.
Absolutely. That's how you win over your team. That's a bust by the offensive line or the running back. You never allow the middle linebacker to be on block. That's always accounted for. So the quarterback saved him. And believe me, his teammates will notice that going forward.
Yep.
Might not know it right now, but when they watch the tapes, they will look and say, that's our guy.
Absolutely. Let's send it back to Adam Zucker, our New York studio, for a Jeep update. Zuck?
Yeah, Ness, here's a weird one. 2 undefeateds, all right, Texas and Kansas. The Longhorns, like Auburn, they were out to a 10-0 lead. Here comes Jason Bean for Kansas. Their starter, Jalen Daniels, already out. He gets hit. It goes right to Daniel Highshaw on the fumble for a Jayhawks touchdown. It's now 10-7. Remember Kansas with a huge upset at Texas a couple years ago.
Wow.
It's a lot of practice time to be able to do that on those tackles.
Am I not mistaken? Is that the first time those two have ever played when they're both ranked at the same time? There's Peyton Thorne on a keeper, and that's going back to the line of scrimmage, and that's just about it as Malachi Starks let him have it.
There's no safety in the country that's playing better than Malachi Starks. He's gotten comfortable back there. He reads pass and run fast, and he's a sure tackler.
No gain on that one. 2nd down and 10. Empty backfield for the time being. And now they'll switch things up. Bring the tight end Luke Deal in close. Coy Moore into the slot. And here comes Battie into the backfield. So a lot of shifting for Auburn. And they're going to throw it out to Battie out in the flat. Nice play. Got about 6 or 7. Julian Humphrey knocked him out of bounds. That brings up 3rd down. Third down, but a manageable third down, thanks to staying ahead of the sticks a little bit. 3rd down and 3 with Jarquez Hunter back in the Auburn backfield.
This is where your offense, first downs, helps your defense staying on the field.
Fairweather, the tight end, in motion. Hunter.
He got it. Well,
gonna be
no,
close.
he's short. So 3 and outs with a defense that's just given up a big drive. This is tough. This is a big run right here. Just short of the line.
About 2 feet short.
And this is where, as we saw a week ago in our Iowa-Penn State game, it starts to mount up if you're not careful with these 3 and outs as an offense.
They'll bring out the punting unit. It's Oscar Chapman, preseason All-SEC punter. Kai Muse is going to call for the fair catch immediately and field it around the 20-yard line.
Georgia went punt safe there. They were playing for the fake. They just wanted the ball.
And they've got it. But they're down 3. Their offense back on the field when we come back. Presented by T-Mobile 5G Home Internet. Talk about stars involved here. Charles Barkley. Chuck had a chance to see him this morning briefly. Hall of Famer. Frank Thomas, great Auburn baseball player. 2-time American League MVP. Heisman Trophy winner Cam Newton in the house. And also honoring the '83 SEC championship team from 40 years ago under Coach Dye.
Did Chuck look upset there? The other guy was eating popcorn and he wasn't. He on that
He slimmed down a lot.
I know.
If he's eating popcorn, there's not butter on it.
Yeah, that's right. He just didn't look happy.
And Dylan Bell.
Well, you know, we've all been on diets, right, Ness? I mean, Takia Spikes.
Oh, it's Takia Spikes.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Look at Charles. He's going to, I don't get to eat popcorn anymore.
I don't get it.
He slimmed down, though.
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
See ever.
I saw him in the lobby, and I had to take a double take.
Yeah. I gave him the old bro hug, and my arms went all the way around. 2nd down and 4. Dejon Edwards side steps, 1st down, quite a bit more.
I asked Kirby, what makes Dejon so good? He said vision.
Yeah.
I think it's more than that. You know, he's a 4'6" guy. I think he just understands football. He can feel the flow, understands the angles of how they're going to try to tackle him. He just gets the game.
And he gets almost 5 more right there. It's always good to have your offensive line and your tight end helping you along the way.
Well, he's not Darnell Washington, but he's a willing blocker. And the NFL will notice that. A guy who can stretch the field as a tight end and willing to block when he has to.
Just a matter of time before they go back to number 19 in some form or fashion.
So now he shifts out.
He breaks that core that Gary talked about, so he's a wideout according to Auburn's defense right now. Over the middle. 1st down, Dominique Lovett. Lovett came into this one with 17 catches, his 18th on the year right there.
This is a quarterback decision right here. You can go to Dillon at the top or throw the slant at the bottom. His choice when he comes out, Carson Beck.
Bell now on the ground for about 4 as Georgia's back in Auburn territory with just under 8 minutes remaining in the half.
Dylan Bell is one of the Debo Samuel position here right now for this Georgia offense.
There's a quarterback comparison. And of course, all the rushing yards on Peyton Thorne's side, courtesy of a 61-yarder in the 1st quarter. He's staying in the shade for now while his defense is on the field. 2nd down and 8. That's Bowers in motion. Sets up to the bottom of your screen. Back, throwing. What a catch. Throw and catch, Rosamie Jack Saint. That had to be right on the money. And it was.
When you've got a great player and you know the other defense is looking for him, you use him this time. Look at the defense. 2 guys on Bowers. There's the open throw behind him. 2nd time in this game that's happened.
26-yard pickup.
Remember the Oscar Delp pass that they missed early. Same thing. 2 Auburn players goes for 19. You throw it right behind them.
Good job by Rosamond Jackson just getting those hands out there in time against Zion Puckett. One of his best receptions of the year so far for the first down that he signals. Now it's second down after no gain on the running play. Cash Jones checks in to the Georgia backfield. Second down and 10 from the 19. They fake the pitch to Jones. Beck to the end zone. Whoa. Broken up. Bowers, the intended receiver, had his hands on it. Zion Puckett popped it out of there.
Yeah, and that's more than a 50-50 ball when you're going to Bowers back there. So Puckett did a great job. That's a tough matchup. 6'4", big body, well thrown, and Puckett fights it just enough. Great job.
Third down and 10. Back to the end zone. Broken up again. Again, it was Bowers. And this time, Jalen Simpson's in the mix. And there's his dance that Jenny was talking about. Fourth down.
Well, this was a perfectly thrown ball, but for the second second straight play, let me try to say it correctly this time, a wonderful defensive play saves the deal.
So Peyton Woodring coming out to try to tie the game up.
I thought Muse was going to catch that for a bounce touchdown.
Oh, it was close.
Yes.
This will be a 37-yard attempt for the freshman to try to tie the game. Kick on the way, and he's got it. Peyton Woodring, 37-yard field goal, and with just under 6 minutes remaining in the half, we got a tie game.
Watch the ricochet almost. Mekhi Muse almost ends up with it on the left side. Oh, it bounced real quick. Had no chance. I didn't see the bounce.
61-yard drive for Georgia in 10 plays. They get a field goal to tie us up. Georgia with a slow start. The second quarter is theirs so far with 10 points to tie the game here with just under 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter. And this one will be run back by Battie, and he's got a crease, and he's down the sideline, knocked out of bounds at about the 44, or he might have been gone. Nice return.
So Mekhi Muse had the big return that set up Georgia. This time, Battie is going to set up this Auburn offense in position to call anything they want to here and get this offense restarted.
Bryant came in averaging 25 yards a return. He got 39 on that one. And he'll stay in at the tailback spot. Peyton Thorne has yet to throw it to Fairweather, who's a tight end that can give you some headaches as far as matchups. That's him in motion right now. And the quarterback keep goes to the line of scrimmage and nowhere else.
Walthour that time, number 90, the defensive end, defensive tackle type player. A great job sorting out who had the ball. He looks at the ride to the running back. Watch him right here. Just play out his assignment. What do I got? What do I got? Who's got it? It's the quarterback.
Great eyes defensively by Walthour. One of those veterans that plays a little bit more every year behind some of those guys that went to the NFL. And now it's his time to shine. They'll give Peyton Thorne a yard, 2nd and 9. And he had to sidestep the rush that time. And now he went over the line of scrimmage and then back behind it to make that throw. To Camden Brown.
I didn't think you could do that. We have to ask Gene about that. I didn't think. Let's see if he did cross the line of scrimmage.
He's over it right there by almost a yard.
You could not. I don't know if that's reviewable. I did not think you could do that.
Gene, what's the call on that?
That's an illegal forward pass, guys. A full body, both feet and ball beyond the line. Illegal forward pass.
Well, and everybody missed it then except us. Thanks, Gene.
Is that reviewable, Gene?
Yeah, I believe it is, Gary. If they would call timeout and look at that, the position of the quarterback would be reviewable, yes.
So as Ness called it, he went over the line, then he came back and threw the ball. So that's a miss on the replay official.
It's a miss on somebody. Anyway, it's 2nd down and 10, and they went in a hurry, and there wasn't a lot of time in between plays, so no review.
But he's allowed to stop it, right, if it's close? I mean,
Bettine got the edge.
what a play by Bettine here. First of all, the blocking's good enough to get the edge, but watch him freeze Javon Bullard on this play. When he gets the edge number 1, good job. Stutz gets a great block. Now he freezes Bullard and gets the extra yard.
Pretty juke out there and part of a 17-yard run. So this has been the Brian Bettine drive so far for Auburn.
Transfer from South Florida. He is doing the job.
Here he is again and still trying to spin away. I got a yard and a half. Auburn, remember, used 2 timeouts in about the first 10 minutes of the game, so they have only 1 timeout remaining.
I think they were both smartly used.
Yeah.
And by the way, on the last 3rd and 10, they were lucky with the substitution. They had 12 men on the field almost again. Would have been a disaster.
Darquez Hunter back with Peyton Thorne will get the carry. Looking for a block. Got it. Hunter. 1st down, Auburn.
Well, we've seen Darquez Hunter for a couple of years now. This guy is an SEC back. The one thing we don't talk about with running backs, how tall they are. It doesn't matter. If you can stop and cut and deliver blows like that, you could play in the SEC. Wholesale changes now for this offensive formation for Auburn.
Georgia changing up some personnel as well.
Yeah, Robbie
Ashford.
That's wholesale, right?
Yep, that's about as wholesale as you can get. He adds the dimension of great wheels and tremendous speed. And talking with Kirby Smart, he let us know, I'm very nervous when number 9 comes in because of how he played against Georgia last year. And here he goes. Ashford to the edge. Picks up about 6.
Nice job by one of the 4 tight ends that play in this game for Auburn. Brandon Frazier, number 87, comes across the formation and handles the edge man this time against Dumas Johnson to get the edge. Successful 1st down play.
Got it to the 16. 2nd down and 5.
Remember the last time Auburn was in the red zone, they stalled. Might be the reason they've gone to Robbie Ashford here.
Now they got a full house backfield. Ashford high snap. Gets it to Hunter. And Jarquez still driving backwards. He's only about a yard shy of the 1st down.
Right now, Hugh Freeze is going to decide whether he has 4 downs or 3 downs. 3rd down call, I think he has to make up his mind right now if I'm going to go for it on 4th down.
Peyton Thorne comes back in on 3rd down and 1. Remember, he's not maybe as dynamic a rusher as Ashford, but he's very capable. We saw that early in the 1st quarter. Out of the pistol set. Extra Blacker and tight end in there, and Hunter. I don't think so.
Nothing.
It was a big pile up, but it's going to be a yard shy.
I agreed with the 1st drive going field goal. I think they got to go for it here on this one. You want to knock off the number 1 team? It's a ball game stuffed by this Georgia defensive line, but I agree with this call. Not sure I love shotgun back-to-back plays, but
high snap. Hunter didn't get it.
Yep. Back-to-back plays, 3rd and 1 shotgun, and it was stuffed.
Jamon Dumas Johnson in there along with Zion Logue. Georgia will take over on downs.
And I think the snap had something to do with it. It forced Jarquez to go wider than he wanted to. They wanted to run the ball over the center. He had to go a hole wider, and nothing.
Dumas Johnson, great play to submarine everything. And Georgia stops a 4th and 1. And they'll take over on offense in a tie game.
Sometimes the guy that makes the tackle isn't the guy that made the play. This time Luke Deal has Chaz Chambliss. Watch him set up the play and get inside Luke Deal's block and really discombobulate it. High snap. Chaz Chambliss comes in, forces it to go wider than Auburn wanted to, and killed by Jamon Dumas-Johnson.
So Georgia with the biggest defensive play of the day so far. And they take over at the 13-yard line. We're going to keep it on the ground. Dejon Edwards for a yard or so. As Jalen McLeod made the stop, Georgia has 3 timeouts remaining.
And get the ball to start the second half. They need one play to get some room before I think Kirby will allow his quarterback to make some plays downfield.
Second down and 8. Ra Thomas to the bottom of your screen. Back to throw, maybe. Got rid of it, incomplete, intended for Bowers.
That's what we were talking about right there. One mistake down here can be a point changer mistake. I think he got his arm hit as he let this ball go.
I think so. Right.
Yes, right as he let it go.
Was Jalen McLeod and at least altered that throwing motion of Carson Beck, and that's 3rd and 8. Georgia breaks the huddle quickly. And now they go back to the ground.
Auburn has a timeout. They have 1 left. They might as well use it, and they do.
They force Georgia to punt. So even though Georgia came up with a nice defensive stop, they're still going to have to put their defense back out on the field again.
See the second down pass, obviously, since it was incomplete, allowed Auburn with the stop to get the ball back.
The punt coming up with 32 seconds remaining in the half.
Unless you, excuse me, go for it. Anything else?
Just going to say Georgia's got a punt.
You might say, do they go for the block? I wouldn't. A good returner, 10, 12 yards, gets you in field goal range.
And it's Coy Moore waiting for it.
Great punt. Jeez.
Way back at the 28-yard line. So Thorson blasts one out of there. With 25 seconds remaining, but Auburn out of timeouts after a 52-yard punt. And there's a look at Jordan Hare's field side and Harry Dog from our AT&T 5G pylon cam.
So I have to admit, I thought if Auburn was going to be able to score and move the ball against Georgia, they would have to throw more. They've only thrown 6 passes in this game so far, and they've moved the ball very effectively.
So now it's Robbie Ashford. Fakes the run, fakes the pass, I should say, and runs it and goes out of bounds. Very short gain, if any.
Do you think Georgia was at all confused that he didn't throw the ball on that play right there? I don't think they thought he was going to throw the ball.
I don't think so.
They saw something number 9 and they go, look out for the quarterback draw. I think that's what they were saying.
He's a 41% completion percentage guy. He's only thrown 17 passes this year so far.
If I'm Auburn, I want to get out of here at halftime 10-10.
And that's what they'll look to do.
Timeout. Georgia's going to start using their timeouts now.
That tee dropped for a loss by Smile Munden.
Nice spill that time again by Chaz Chambliss, doing his job.
And Munden with the tackle for loss. We'll be back in 30 seconds to see what, if anything else, happens. 3rd and 13 coming up for Auburn from their own 25-yard line. And Georgia still has 2 timeouts left. If nothing happens, this might be the most time we've spent in a 32-second span with nothing going on.
Nothing happening. Well, something's going to happen because Auburn most likely will have to punt again.
And Georgia will call a timeout.
Yep.
As Kamari Lassiter made that hit. So all of Auburn's plays for the most part went in the opposite direction. 10 seconds left. And Vesco brings you today's Scholar Athletes. Cedric Van Pran for Georgia and Elijah McAllister for Auburn. Invesco proud to support student athletes on and off the field with a donation of $1,000 to both Georgia and Auburn's general scholarship funds. Elijah McAllister, I mentioned earlier, working on his doctorate after leaving and coming from Vanderbilt to Auburn.
So if you're Auburn right now, you're working on the whole production of this snap. You got to do it all. The snap's got to be good. You got to catch it and kick it quickly.
Oscar Chapman came in averaging about 40 yards a punt.
So Georgia has put no one back. They're going all out. All 11 players up there for the block.
Auburn getting their protection set with Luke Deal, the tight end, right in the middle of that threesome. And no problem.
Wow, what a kick. One step, caught it and punted it down.
Nice if it didn't get to the end zone just so he could get the longest punt of his life, maybe. Got it at the 1 yard line. Good job, Oscar. And that brings the half to a close. A 74-yard punt. So we did have something exciting happen in the last 30 seconds.
74-74, no matter how you do it.
Well, you can't do it any better than this. And his coverage unit got down there, and that baby just started to die. And then tipped, and then at the 1 yard line. And there's his reaction. Good job, Oscar Chapman. That's why you're preseason. The Home Depot SHC on CBS. Aubie and Harry dancing on the Auburn logo as we head into the third quarter at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Georgia to get the second half kickoff. Tie game 10-10 between unranked Auburn and the #1 Georgia Bulldogs. Alex McPherson's kick. Makai Muse will take it from the 5. And he gets it out across the 25. As we welcome you back to the booth and back to the third quarter. We got George, Brian, and Melissa, and Dave, and another Dave, and Scott's up there, and he's Gary. I'm Brad. Anyway, that's our booth. So 10-10. First quarter belonged to Auburn. Second quarter belonged to Georgia. Here we go.
One thing about that stuck out to me is Auburn has been handling pretty well the Georgia run game in this game. Under 60 yards rushing in the first half.
And they're going to open up with an empty backfield. So it looks like it's a Carson Beck pass to start things off. And the short throw is complete. And breaking tackles is dealt. And he lost the ball.
Ball's out, yes.
Does Auburn have it? They do. One play, one mistake.
Two tight ends are split to both sides. Bowers on the right, dealt to the left. Easy pitch and catch, and then on the run it gets punched out big time.
Marcus Harris.
Yes, Marcus Harris, number 50. He used to be the oddity, the transfer from Kansas a year ago. Now he's just one of the transfers.
Right. And the ball just lying around there for a second or so.
And as I heard Ronnie Brown at halftime being interviewed on the big screen, and he said, we need another turnover. Yep. I don't think he meant the first play of the half, but he got it. The long All-American, the great Ronnie Brown being interviewed, he said, happy with the guys? We just need another turnover, I think.
And they got it at the 32-yard line. And Robbie Ashford at the controls at quarterback. And he'll keep it. Ashford got the edge inside the 20 and hurdles his way for a big run and a first down.
You can really see, again, especially those third and fourth down plays that didn't pick up the first down at the end of the half. And Hugh Freeze loves Ashford in the red zone. He feels he's got more ways to attack this Georgia defense with Ashford in the game.
He ripped off 18 yards to the 14-yard line. So Auburn trying to take advantage of the early turnover on the first snap of the third quarter. Jarquez Hunter inside the 10.
What it does with the running quarterback is the edge rushers have to freeze. They have to make sure the handoff is made. It's almost like a triple option. Everybody has to kind of stand still. Where's the ball? Where's the bell? Ooh, he's past me. You could see it really simply on the right side. Warren Brinson, number 97. He couldn't tack the play, the running back, because he wasn't sure the quarterback wasn't going to keep it.
And Jarquez has got that blast on takeoff. You don't make a decision in a hurry. He's got 5 yards. Now it's Ashford again. And touchdown, Auburn. So they do take advantage of the turnover, and they lead again.
How about this nice play calling? Philip Montgomery's the coordinator. Hugh Freeze is involved. Last time, they faked it inside with the quarterback threatening outside. This time they fake it outside, and the quarterback keeps it inside. Nice package put together for the backup quarterback, Ashford.
McPherson's extra point is good. And the first 90 seconds has electrified this sellout crowd. First, Oscar Delp had the ball punched out by Marcus Harris. Then it was Jaquez Hunter, and then Robbie Ashford. A 9-yard touchdown. 17-10, Auburn in front. Credit Philip Montgomery, a former Tulsa head coach, the offensive coordinator. Nice series of plays there.
It was. And remember, Philip Montgomery was the offensive coordinator when Robert Griffin III won his Heisman at Baylor. So he knows how to run the quarterback.
That kick makes it to the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 for Georgia's second snap offensively of the third quarter. As we look at our game trends, Auburn quarterbacks, well, after that rushing touchdown, Robbie Ashford looking pretty good, and there was a 61-yard run by Peyton Thorne before that. Carson Beck, first career road start, an interception that turned into points. And Auburn 4 trips in the red zone, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They've turned both the interception and the fumble into touchdowns.
Right.
So now it's going to be interesting, Gare, because we haven't seen Georgia in this situation. Well, we saw them down to South Carolina, but they came back.
I think they got to figure out a way to get the ball to Powers.
Dejon Edwards, his knee touched down, and he lost the ball.
Did the knee come down before?
Auburn's got it, but let's see. Coming out of the pile is Elijah McAllister.
I think he slipped on the play and his knee went down is what I saw from up here. Let's see.
There's the slip.
Did his knee go down? He might have saved it with his own hand.
I thought his knee touched.
Let's see. Let's take a look.
Gene Steratore is with us. His knee's down right there.
Yep, just as the ball came out.
Brad, and I'm thinking if the knee wasn't down, I believe the left forearm was down as well prior to the ball coming loose. I do think we have a graze right there with the right knee at that point. But then if you follow and watch the left arm, I think he still has control of that ball whenever you see that left forearm kind of hit the ground as well.
That's a good idea.
I think they will have down by contact.
I think one of the two is going to keep the ball in Georgia's hands. I agree with you.
They apparently avoid disaster, but we'll put it in the eyes of John Allman, the replay official. The folks here at Jordan-Hare are starting to see it on the big screen. And Jason Autry is having a look under the hood.
And the Auburn defense is looking at the replay, and they're on their way out on the field. They think the replay, he had his right knee grazed it, as Ness called it, and his right forearm, as Gene called it.
The best thing that could have happened to Dejon Edwards right there is slipping.
Yes. So that play was stopped up front, though, by Christian Miller, number 52, and that's what caused the discombobulation by Dejon, that play.
So this will have to be reversed because it was called a fumble recovered by Auburn on the field. Here's the call.
After video review, the ruling is the runner was down prior to losing possession. It'll be second down for Georgia at the 24-yard line.
Well, the folks here aren't going to like it, but it's the right call.
Remember when we were talking to Kirby about their offense? Do they play more for Carson Beck, or do they run? Does Carson Beck have to learn the Georgia offense? He said neither. We got to go to our go-to guys. That's how the offense. And the go-to guy that's not getting the ball is Brock Bowers. 2 receptions for 9 yards and 1 running play for 3 yards. They got to find a way to get the ball to him.
Remember, Ladd McConkey played in the first series, caught his first pass of the year. I don't believe he's been back out there since. Quick slant. And a hit immediately by Jalen Simpson. Jenny.
Well, guys, I think Hugh Freeze wrote up a script of exactly how he wanted this second half to start. He told me he needed more turnovers and that they wanted to play aggressive, and that's exactly what we've seen so far out there. Now, offensively, he said look for some quick passes, especially establishing the run game on the perimeter. Looking for them to play aggressive, and it is getting loud down here, guys.
I mentioned Ladd McConkey. He's in there to the top of your screen. Bowers in the slot the same way. 3rd down and 6. Beck looking left, going that way, and he's got it to McConkey, 1st down.
It's a great read by Carson Beck. He wanted to go to Bowers. It was taken away from him, but he's got the 1-2. They got their 2 best players together. Bowers goes out, covered by, and then he waits for McConkey to get the catch.
Perfect throw and catch, pickup of 17. Now a full house backfield for Georgia here from the 46-yard line. Quick throw in the flat. Dylan Bell. Bell stiff arms his way into Auburn territory.
Mike Bobo thinking players again. Look who he's gone to. When things have gotten rough, he goes to McConkey, number 1. Then he goes over here to Dylan Bell. There's Bobo, the veteran play caller.
Pick up 6. 2nd down and 4. Dejon Edwards. Nothing there. Good job by that interior, led by Marcus Harris, who's having quite a ball game. Eugene Asante helped him clean up. And it's 3rd down.
You know, usually we're used to these Auburn defenses having those edge rushers that they can't handle the opposing team. So far, that's been one area that Auburn has not been able to produce. One-on-one wins in the pass rush.
Bowers is in on the right side. Here comes a blitz. Beck going to go deep. McConkey can't get there. Covered by DJ James.
Because of the lack of belief and able to get to the quarterback one-on-one, dial up the blitz coming off the left side. The slot, defensive back. Simpson jumps up, distracts the quarterback, but 4th down, they're going for it.
Georgia going on.
Or at least trying to draw him offside.
They look to the sideline. And a timeout taken by Auburn.
I'm surprised Auburn took a timeout here. That's a wasted timeout. No way Georgia was going for it. They were trying to draw him offside.
Ladd McConkey just that close on the last play. 4th down coming up. Meanwhile, Georgia's got a 4th down, and Brett Thorson has come in to punt. Auburn sort of a wasted timeout there on the 4th down. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. Coy Moore is waiting on Thorson's punt for Auburn. And he's just going to get out of the way. And this one's going to be fielded.
Touchback, I think, and landed on the line.
They're still trying to make a determination. The field judge, and going to say
touchback. Yep.
Not by much.
His momentum carried him into the end zone.
You don't like momentum. How about forward progress?
Forward progress. The ball landed on the line. 2nd bounce.
Oh, boy, I'm glad we didn't have to get into the whole momentum thing. You're the one that brought it on.
On purpose. I stared right at you.
You sure did.
Underhand pitch to you,
It was softball. Now it's time for Do Project Smarter, presented by the Home Depot.
Well, the best project so far has been the running quarterback. First half, it was Peyton Thorne. Cross action, linebacker's eyes are inside. There goes Peyton for 61 yards. Second half, you bring the other quarterback in, but very similar results. 2 effective plays running the quarterback.
And now it's Auburn at the 20-yard line. And it's Ashford to stay in there. Jaquez Hunter, a tough yard if he got one. Javon Bullard, the first guy there for Georgia's defense. Auburn only 28 passing yards, but 177 on the ground. They came in averaging 198 on the ground, which is second in the SEC, but they're passing last in the conference. They haven't needed it right now. They still lead by a touchdown. They'll try to pass here because Thorne's back in. Ball up in the air. Tipped, incomplete.
So here's a problem for this Auburn offense. At this stage of this rebuild right here, the third down offense, which where they are right now, is not there. Last week against Texas A&M, 3 for 15. So far in the game, 0 for 6.
And we'll see if it's 0 for 7 or if they can pick this one up. Third down and 9.
They're going to run the ball, punt, and they're going to take a chance down here.
Thorne. He's going to run it himself. And he's got the first down and a lot more. Out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
So the Georgia pass rush did the one fundamental you're not supposed to do. Rush past the quarterback. Watch all 4 of them go right past the quarterback and allow the first down run by an offense that is struggling on 3rd and long.
And on 3rd and 9, they got 17 from number 1. He's going to have a 100-yard rushing day the way things are going. He's had one of those already this year.
Fundamental number 1 in the pass rush. Do not pass that quarterback.
Now it's Jaquez Hunter back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. Well, there's been number 1 teams that have left here not number 1. Florida, Alabama, Georgia, and Alabama. And those back-to-back, almost back-to-back games that we did. First they picked off Georgia, who was number 1. Alabama switched into that spot and they got them. Now Georgia got them back in the SEC championship game. Nonetheless, there's history here in the 128th meeting between these two. And again, Peyton Thorne on the keep. And again, a first down.
So this is really a good series for Peyton Thorne. The question marks about Peyton Thorne, and it was all over the fan base for Auburn. Was he tough enough to play SEC football? And I think in this game, he's showing up for this football game. That's the only thing you can do. Is they're going to get criticized. You just got to stand up and do it, and he is.
Got 12 more yards. Now he goes to the air. A rare completion to his tight end, Fairweather.
It's funny. Nobody ever hears it all going on, but they hear it. Hey, listen, you know, it's there. Oh, I didn't listen. But you hear it. And I think Peyton Thorne heard the criticism of him, and I think he's showing up and competitively playing a good game.
Yeah. And his teammates talking with us yesterday, they said, yeah, we know. You have to live in a cave to not hear it, you know. But he's playing well on this drive.
When you drive around your car, it's hard not to find a talk show about SEC football.
That's true. Betty in the lineup with Thorne. Gives it off to him. He's got a first down again.
You know what you love about Petit is he looks like the scat back that wants to go wide and run in space, but he's effective running the ball inside. That offensive line gets good push inside. Good job that time pushing out and moving the pile from Georgia.
Georgia is getting pushed around on this drive right now.
Avery Jones, the center that time, did a great job reaching and filling up in that hole.
At the 36, another Auburn first down, and it's going to be quarterback draw. Thorne trying to get to the edge. He's going to be run out of bounds after a gain of about a yard. Malachi Starks got a little bit of a break here and give us a chance to test your knowledge a little bit with our Aflac trivia question, which is, which football coach was a head coach in the same sport at both Georgia and Auburn? All right.
Good luck Googling that one, everybody.
Second down and 9. Thorne got a yard. And now the backfield empties as Petit comes out. 3 receivers to the near side for Peyton Thorne. And he might not have time to find any of them. He won't. Going to be sacked by Smile Munden.
Well, that's what you love about Smile Munden, Dumas Johnson, 10 and number 2. They both are effective off the edge, and this time he comes around. Nobody has him. It's one-on-one the whole way, and the quarterback, Thorne, is not going to get away from him.
A lot of speed at those linebacker positions for Georgia. They always have been. These guys are no different. But this situation's a little different. 3rd down and 16. On the last 3rd down and 9, they got a 17-yard run by the quarterback. Extra man on the rush. The pass, a back shoulder, beauty. Or is he out of bounds? They didn't catch it anyway. Malcolm Johnson couldn't hold it.
So that's one of those times where you're looking for your receivers to make that play. That one-on-one winning play to help out the offense. And nice job punching that ball through that time by Everett. I think he punched it out, didn't he? Yes, he did.
Dalen Everett, the right hand right in the right spot.
Yes, because I think that would have been caught as perfect back shoulder throw, and Everett makes the winning play.
And the guy that tried to pull in the catch is still down.
I really like the call that time. It was a blitz by Georgia. They went one-on-one and got rid of the ball fast, almost got the 1st down. You know, good call, good delivery pass, would have been caught, and the defense makes a good play.
So Auburn set to punt on 4th and long. That means Oscar Chapman. By the way, Oscar's punt to end the 1st half, they say it was touched at the 4-yard line, so it goes in the books as a 71-yard punt, not 74.
Well, he'd like to have one inside the 10.
And that's what he's aiming for on the far side, end over end job. And bounces, and that's even better than inside the 10. Down to the 2. So Georgia in a hole, and in a hole on the scoreboard, 17-10. Let's take a look at our Ford game changer.
Well, it's been rush defense by this Auburn defense, and it's been led inside by Marcus Harris, number 50. He's been making plays, punching balls out. He's been the guy so far that's been the difference, at least one of the difference makers on that defense.
And now the crowd will really get into it with Georgia deep in their own territory. Right there. Carson back in the shotgun. The handoff. Dejon Edwards. And he blasts his way for about 18 yards. That'll give him some room to work.
Yeah, that's offensive line. You know, struggling through injuries. Right tackle's been a problem. They've had to switch around. Truss has gone to right tackle. They've got Micah Morris now, number 56, in at left guard. 2 different guards have played there. They're going through the whole depth chart in the offensive line.
Kendall Milton gives Dejon Edwards a breather. There's a quick wide out screen. Trying everything to get it to Bowers, and all he did was lose a couple.
Well, they sure have circled this Auburn defense, Brock Bowers, haven't they?
Yeah.
2 men covering him when they miss passes early, and when he catches a short pass, he's had no yards after catch, which has been his mainstay this season so far.
He had about 110 after the catches last week.
Absolutely. 259 yards total receiving yards coming into the game. 219 were after the catch.
And that last one was a -2 after the catch. Beck gonna run with it. Gets what he can and slides his way out of bounds to bring up a 3rd down and about 5.
Positive play. Put Brock Bowers on the wheel there. Nothing there. Make it 3rd and short. Or 3rd and medium in this case. Last time they blitzed in this situation, will they go 4-man rush, or will they come after him again?
3rd down and 5 from the 23.
Looks like 4. No corner
Here
cap.
comes an edge. Beck got rid of it in that direction and completes it. And a 1st down to Ra Thomas.
So in college football, the first thing you have to know as a quarterback with the wide hashes, that corner is always a potential rusher. comes off the corner. Beck and Daylon Johnson are ready for it. Produces the first down.
And Ra Thomas hurt his ankle, I think, after making the catch. Came up limping on the sideline. And we've got an Auburn guy down, Messiah Asili Kite, I guess is okay.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. Watch him in the middle of the screen right here. Looks over to the bench, gets the signal that he should go down, and I think we'll get him back in the game. Don't you, Ness? I think he'll be okay.
Oh, that was a knockout punch. Ra-Ra's the guy that I think legitimately got hurt after that catch and came up limping. He did go in the injury 10 on Georgia's sideline, but trotted back out of it to join his teammates in the huddle. So first down, Georgia. Carson Beck, and almost intercepted.
Well, Jalen McLeod came around the edge that time and hit him. Carson Beck just as he let that thing go. Watch number 35 come right off the edge and make that play. Oh, he stretches out his hands like he's diving in a pool.
And Beck lucky that it wasn't interception number 2. So Georgia already with turnover problems today that have turned into 14 Auburn points and almost had another one right there. Field hosts the craziest game of bingo you're ever going to see, where players can win up to $1 million. It's time to play Loteria Loca Monday after the Price is Right night on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Second down and 10, Georgia.
Bowers right there.
Going the other way, Beck trying to get out of trouble and got back to the line of scrimmage. And Eugene Asante brings him down. It's third down. Georgia started this drive at the 2-yard line.
Guess who's back in the game? Asili Kite.
I'm sure he is.
So the last 2 third-down plays, Auburn has blitzed the quarterback. Will they do it again?
Again, McConkey and Bowers, the 2 best receivers for Georgia, are up to the top of your screen. Carson Beck's looking that way. Throws that way. Completes it to Lank McConkey that way. First down, Georgia.
That's the problem with the 4-man rush. This is the difference that we're not used to seeing at Auburn. Usually they've got a front 4 that can terrorize the quarterback. Only rush 4 here, stoned by that offensive line, and McConkey makes the play.
2 very similar routes for McConkey, both first downs, and that's Dejon Edwards going to work on the ground. He almost lost the ball again, but going to be close to a first down, and then you have it.
Basically is the, staple of the Georgia offense for years, the toss sweep, only on a shotgun. They do it just a little different nowadays. Same blocking.
Got another Auburn player down. This time it's Marcus Harris.
We can't afford to lose him.
Oh, he's had a whale of a game. And actually, Elijah McAllister might be down too, I think. Both Auburn players who were down are up. That's Marcus Harris being helped to the Auburn sideline. Probably had as good a game as anybody.
Yeah, that's a big loss for this Auburn defense. That guy doesn't go out of the game unless he's hurt.
As compared to some others, is that what you think?
Well, modern medicine is one thing, but I don't think it had much effect on number 33.
He's been in on a lot of tackles, and he was part of that one as well, right there. And trying to rip the ball out. Meanwhile, Georgia has a second down and a yard. 9th play of the drive coming up that started at the 2-yard line and has worked its way to the 41 of Auburn. Delp, the tight end, in motion. Beck off play action down the middle on the run. Brock Bowers. Finally, they get it to number 19 in a little bit of space.
And this time they tucked him into the tight end position right here. Delp comes behind him. But watch, play action pass. That's what Georgia loves to do. If they can run the ball a little bit, then they go to the play action pass game.
29-yard pickup. Now it's number 30 on the ground. Dejon Edwards. Touchdown, Georgia.
That's Georgia football right there. Play action pass, toss sweep. They used to do it from the I formation. You can name all the backs. Now they do it a little bit different.
And a great cutback. And a 98-yard touchdown march.
And I'll tell you, number 19 doesn't just catch the ball. He got the key block. He blocked the end man on the line of scrimmage so that Dejan could get outside.
Peyton Woodring for the point after to try to tie it up. And it's up and good. A minute and 3 seconds remaining, third quarter. Georgia just took it the length of the field. Bowers with a big play. Dejan Edwards scoring. And it's all even at 7.
Remember, this drive started on the 2-yard line. Got out to midfield, and they went play action pass. McConkey had a couple receptions, 2 third-down conversions, and then set up that guy does just not catch passes. Watch on the touchdown. He's the one with the key block on the edge. Turns it in, fights through it, turns his body around, and Dejan takes it into the end zone.
So Peyton Thorne and the Auburn offense, it's their turn now from the 25. Brian Battie with him in the backfield. That's Jay Fair in motion. And the throw complete to Fair. Nice pickup. Be second down. A little earlier we asked you the Aflac trivia question, which football coach was a head coach in the same sport at both Georgia and Auburn? Shug Jordan. Basketball, though. See, it was a
trick.
Total curveball.
Told you, Google did no help on that one.
There's Shug. Pick up a 5, second down and 5. Battie got away from the first wave. And he's going to be close to the first down as Bullard brought him down about 1.5 yards shy of the first.
Again, natural runner, jump cut, making the play. It's one-on-one in the hole. Makes the miss.
That might bring our third quarter to a close as Peyton Thorne calmly puts his mouth guard up in his helmet. Everybody's going to hold up 4 fingers, I'm sure, including the 88,000 that are at Jordan-Hare Stadium. And there they are. That ends 3. Deep South's oldest rivalry is going to come down to 15 minutes. The 128th edition deadlocked at the end of 3. Georgia the second. The third quarter was a draw. And now the Home Depot SEC on CBS heads into the 4th and final stanza, tied at 17. Robbie Ashford back in at quarterback for Hugh Freeze and the Auburn offense. 3rd down and 1.
Georgia just had a long drive. They can't go 3 and out.
Only 1 3rd down conversion today for Auburn. The give is Hunter hitting the backfield. Hit again. He's not going to get anywhere near the first down marker.
Well, late flag. Late
from
flag.
The secondary.
Big call.
I'd say. Jason Autry will give it to us.
Holding, offense, number 84. Up in his decline. Result of play is 4th down.
So holding call on Auburn declined. And it's 4th down.
So they brought in the running quarterback that time. No cross action, just a sweep out of shotgun. The short yardage shotgun package has not been working for Auburn.
Oscar Chapman to punt again for Auburn. And Makai Muse waits around the 30 for Georgia. He's got one punt return for a touchdown already this year. Has to backpedal, and he dropped the ball, trying to get on it inside the 10. He does, but he lost about 10 yards or so by bottling it.
It's got to be close to a 65-yard punt, doesn't it? Wonderful play.
61 yards this time, 71 earlier. That one had him backpedaling so far he couldn't handle the catch. But he did get on top of it, and now Georgia's in a hole to start with their offense.
It is, but remember last time they started on the 2-yard line, a long drive. This Auburn defense has to be careful not to get gassed right now. This is where you start looking at the number of plays you guys are out there for.
So this one's easy. It's only the 9.
That's right. Whole offense is available.
Marcus Harris, by the way, is back in there for the Auburn defense. Beck, off play action. Throws complete to Bowers again. Brock Bowers trying to drag him down. He's all the way out to the 45-yard line.
So here's what happens. If you're a quarterback, that throw, remember early in the game when he got hit, Carson Beck, you earn the confidence of the play caller. They call a play like this on first down. But this is Georgia's MO. Over half of their passes are thrown on first down coming into this game.
I couldn't believe that when you showed me that stat.
75 out of 148 passes were thrown on first down. They come back to a first down pass.
And Auburn's got a player down.
This one coming back.
I didn't see the flag, if there was one.
I don't see a flag. Was there a fumble on the play?
Oh, they're ruling a fumble. I didn't see that either.
Well, he was under about 3 guys.
Then we'll take another look.
Oh, he's down. His head was down. Yeah, he's down. That's not going to be a fumble.
It's not.
I don't know what it is.
Out.
I don't know what it is.
It's still not out.
It's not a fumble. I don't know what else it is.
There's the thievery down on the bottom of the pile, but that's long over.
Yeah. You know why you're just not seeing those fumbles as good as before? Because there wasn't a fumble.
Well, I didn't think so. The guy that's down is Jalen Simpson. And I think Kirby is saying, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What was the fumble about? Here's the call.
After video review, the runner had possession of the ball and was down. It'll be first down Georgia at the 46-yard line.
So what a play call again by Mike Bobo. Coming off the goal line, a young quarterback on the road has earned the trust of his staff, and they go to number 19 again. Remember the last drive. They set it up with the play action pass, then the pitch, and then the toss for the touchdown. Now they start with the play action pass.
And then Bowers does the rest on a 37-yard pickup and goes down at the 46-yard line where it's first down for the Dogs.
So if you're Ron Roberts, the defensive coordinator for Auburn, you've tried just about everything. How do you slow these guys down now?
This is Cash Jones for a couple. And Jenny talked to Kirby Smart during the last break.
Coach, it's been a back and forth battle, but your team has remained composed. How do you finish this one off?
Well, you run the ball and you stop the run. We're running the ball, but we're not really stopping the run. Okay, we got to force them and get the ball back for our offense, try to stay in rhythm. Can't turn the ball over.
Thank you, Coach.
They haven't given up over 200 yards rushing in 5 years. They have today. But right now their offense is back out there, and let's see if they keep running the ball. Dejon Edwards in the backfield with Carson Beck, getting some instruction from his quarterback. Beck to throw it, and he's going to go long sideline. Bowers got one hand on it, but that's all.
You talked about the last time Georgia gave up over 200 yards rushing. We were there, 2018 LSU. Joe Burrow's first year, Coach O's first big win. That's what Hugh Freeze is trying to do today.
Yes, indeed. Now the crowd really coming to life on third and long.
And what do you do again? If you're Ron Roberts calling defensive signals. The four-man rush has not been able to put pressure on the quarterback.
Ladd McConkey is back in there again. He's been a favorite of Beck on these kind of situations. He's at the bottom of your screen on 3rd down and 8. Beck, deep middle, got it to Bowers. What a throw and catch to the 25-yard line.
So this was not a perfect throw, but it ended up being a back shoulder throw in the middle of the field. Bowers adjusts to the throw, comes back and makes a right-handed catch.
What a catch. Pick up a 22. And now at the play fake.
Another one.
Again. And it's Bowers again to the 10-yard line. I'm not quite sure how he tucked that one in there.
Well, we wondered when they would go to Bowers. They're going to Bowers.
Got a penalty marker back around the 25-yard line. He is a hoss.
He's a clutch football player, too.
Offense number 19. He's covered in the formation. He's first to touch the ball downfield. It's a 5-yard penalty with loss of down. It'll be 2nd down.
So that one's coming back.
Yes, the outside receiver was on the line of scrimmage, and either Brock had to be off or the receiver had to be off. He was declared ineligible because this player is on the line of scrimmage, and there's where Brock is. It's a good call.
So
only 3 men in the backfield for Georgia. You're allowed to have 4.
Instead of first down at the 10, first and goal, it's back at the 30.
So a great catch. It doesn't even turn out to be a catch.
Nope. Still could be a highlight reel. They're going to flare it out. McConkey low ball, got it somehow, and picked up about 4.
We just saw the one that didn't count. Ness, this is the one that did count.
Yep. That's pretty.
Both of them were one-handed.
Another 3rd and long. 3rd and almost 12. Empty backfield.
Man-to-man all across the board. No free safety. Carson Beck should recognize it. Nobody in the middle of the field. They're coming after him.
Here they come. Beck, quick throw to the outside. Completes it to Dominique Lovett, but it's still 4th down. Fourth down and about 4. Peyton Woodring is a freshman. He's missed a couple of kicks this year. This would be his biggest make if he knocks this through. A 38-yard field goal attempt. He made one from 37 a little bit earlier. The freshman will try to give the Dogs the lead. Kick on the way, and it's a beauty. Woodring from 38 yards out. Georgia inches ahead. Auburn will have the ball. And 11 minutes to go. 11 minutes, buddy, and this is Georgia's first lead. Here we go.
First lead, and now the question is, can the Auburn offense that's been effective do it with a little more pass and only throw the ball for under 50 yards down from behind? Could they still run the ball? Kirby said, we're going to stop the run. Right. We will see.
Well, we'll see. That's what he told Jenny. We had to stop the run, and then we got to run the rock. And it all comes down now. Peyton Thorne is getting ready to come out, apparently, to lead the Auburn offense. We'll wait and see. We might see both quarterbacks again. Georgia was down by 10. They battled back to tie things up. Auburn regained the lead. Georgia comes back and ties, and now they have a 3-point advantage here in the 4th quarter. And Auburn's going to run it back again. This is a big fella out of the backfield, Sean Jackson. And he gets it out to about the 25-yard line. Let's check in with Jenny.
Some updates for the Tigers. It appears that Jalen Simpson has injured his right leg. They are working on him on the sideline. Wide receiver Malcolm Johnson, he got hurt with 5:30 left in the 3rd. He has been in the locker room ever since. Elijah McAllister and Marcus Harris, guys, they have both been back in the game, so clearly good to go there.
All right, Jenny, thanks. Jalen Simpson was involved in that tackle on Brock Bowers, and that's how he got tangled up. He's trying to work that leg out, as Jenny said. Meanwhile, his offense on the field from the 25. It was an empty backfield, and it's going to stay that way for Peyton Thorne.
Not for long.
Not for long. Here comes Betty, and he might flip it out to him. Nope, it's going to go across the middle to Fair. And Fair out to the 29.
You ever want to understand how stressed this pass offense is for Auburn as you look at how Kirby is at that 21 straight wins on the line right now. But in their 2 Power 5 games against Cal and A&M, the long pass play against Cal, 28 yards. Against A&M, 13 yards. Today, 14 yards.
Yep. They keep it on the ground here. Batty, and he's got a first down. Tyke Smith made the tackle.
Throw on the tape, and this guy stands out. Petit, number 21. He's quick. He cuts. Oh, that was like a nice double cut. I thought he was going to come inside from watching it, the replay.
He was an All-American as a kick returner at USF. They haven't gone to the tight end. He's in motion right now. Fairweather. And Thorne going deep the other way.
It's going to be interference. 15 yards. It's a smart 15 yards, though, that time.
Tyke Smith was a guilty party.
So obviously in the NFL, it's a spot foul. That's about a 35-yard gain, but it's a 15-yard penalty in college. Don't take any chances. If you think you're beat, do that arm bar.
Pass interference, defense number 23. The 15-yard penalty was enforced in the previous spot. It's not about a first down.
I think you got to grab at the jersey there. I think that's what happened.
Tyke was a freshman All-American at West Virginia, an All-American as a sophomore. Injury problems since his arrival at Georgia. Now this year blossoming with 3 interceptions and has really played well. And Gary said if there's a smart penalty, that one wasn't too bad. Only the 3rd penalty against Georgia. Jarquez Hunter back in the backfield on the toss sweep. And he's met head on and going nowhere. As Warren Brinson was the first guy to get there. From Barcelona and PSG to Man City and Man United, the UEFA Champions League is the biggest tournament in club soccer. Matches continue Tuesday and Wednesday, streaming on Paramount Plus. Aria, who had a perfect flight in here to burst the Georgia bubble balloon out at midfield, and that's what the team is trying to do right now to the #1 team in the country. But now they're playing from behind for the first time. Ashford going to flare it out, got it to Betty, and down the sideline. He had not a lot of room to work.
He is quick, isn't he?
Yeah, he made something out of that one.
Good throw by Ashford, comes in there. Georgia's expecting the run, obviously. Cross him up, delivers it, so the running back can run with it after the catch. And he almost got around that corner.
Yep. Now they come back in with Peyton Thorne. So rotating quarterbacks all day long.
But it is 3rd, and they've only got 1 all day, and that was on a quarterback scramble. 1 conversion.
3rd down and 4 here. Thorne throws complete. There's a completion, and there's the tight end for the first time, Fairweather, and he's got a first down.
So the word all week was, Peyton, get the ball out, get the ball out. It was ringing in his ears, and he got the ball out on time. Simplified the routes a little bit, too. Not as many option routes, so the quarterback could anticipate more throws. He didn't have to figure out where his receiver was going like previous games. That helps the receivers, too. You can run with more conviction when you don't have to read things on the go.
Remember, Auburn got 14 of their 17 points off Georgia turnovers. And Georgia is thinking they'd like to return that favor. And so far, they haven't been able to get it out of there. Betty again.
You know, we're talking about can a running team win it? Well, there's the guys that have thrown the ball to beat them. Now, Joe Burrow beat him in 18, his first year to set up that 219 magical season when they ran for over 200. But most of the time, the Georgia defense has been beaten by an elite quarterback.
An NFL quarterback in case of all those guys.
And C.J. Stroud's not doing too bad right now.
That's right. And he came close. Did he catch that? No, not
I don't
quite.
think so.
Dalen Everett was there. Fairweather was the intended receiver again. The tall guy, give him a shot. 50-50 ball, and everybody's all tangled up.
I tell you, Dalen Everett has had a really good football game. Remember, he knocked that one out down the sideline on Johnson, and he's playing perfect coverage again. Keeps his eye on the ball the whole way. Not going to get it.
Thorne was looking for a flag. Now they mixed it up, run and pass on this drive.
They did, but that was an interesting call. The fade pass on second and medium. Now it's third and medium. A lot tougher. They're coming after him.
They have to get to the 22. Not going to get there. It's Fairweather again, but he's going to draw a pack of dogs.
So the forward progress got him to about the 24, I believe. Yeah, I think he's going to get the ball to about the 24, and of course,
Alex McPherson's coming out.
Hugh Freeze will tie the game and put the pressure back on Georgia, the #1 team on the road. Should they make the field goal?
McPherson 1 for 1 today. He has made 10 straight, and this one from 42 yards out. On the way. Got it.
Snuck it in.
Alex McPherson from 42 yards. We're tied again.
That was the first drive that it was tilted to the pass. 8-play drive, 5 of them were passes.
As you see the fans behind the goalpost wait till the last second to stand up and cheer. It's good. Tie game. Don't forget, before we're done, the play of the game will be presented by Jersey Mike's Subs. There have been a lot of big ones. Let's see who's going to make one more play in the final 6:21 of regulation. Muse will let it go, and Georgia will come out to the 25.
So in the third quarter, we were talking about how does Georgia get the ball to Bowers, right?
Yep.
They did. So now you got to talk about how does Auburn keep the ball away from Bowers and force Carson Beck to go somewhere else with it.
The last loss was a long time ago. It was to Alabama in the SEC title game. Now it's Carson Beck. His first road start at Jordan-Hare, where it's getting loud. On first down, crossing route, Cash Jones, short gain. Got about 3. Eugene Asante on the tackle. Will be under 6 minutes on the next snap.
Another first down pass, well executed. Drive start, 5 yards.
Dejon Edwards back in, and now it's a full backfield, including Brock Bowers on 2nd and 7. Play action bootleg. Throw on the run, in some traffic, and complete.
That was his first dangerous one. That's when you put it all on your shoulders. They took away Dylan Bell. They took away Brock Bowers on the play. Nobody to go to on it. Comes back, throws across his body. Could you hear everybody yelling if that one didn't work?
Well, he got it to Rosemy Jack Saints. Nice catch by #1 and a first down.
When you play that position, there's sooner or later you got to make a couple of those throws where everybody goes, no, no.
And goes, yes, yes. Dejon not going anywhere this time. Nice job by the Auburn defense. Led by Larry Nixon.
Yeah, it was stuffed up well. Nowhere to go. When he tried to cut back, Larry Nixon was patient and stayed. Watch. Left side of that defensive line stuffs it, and there he is, the linebacker waiting for the cutback, and he got it.
Asante got a piece of that too, and it forces 2nd down and long.
Nixon against Texas A&M played every snap in the game.
Under 4.5 in regulation.
Man-to-man look again.
Empty backfield. Carson Beck all by his lonesome. Set to throw and batted in the air, incomplete. Marcus Harris with a big paw.
Man-to-man across the field, and Marcus Harris getting blocked well, but know it, when you can't get to him, start jumping.
You might have seen Kirby Smart in the background of that replay looking at Carson Beck and giving him 2 thumbs up as if to say, this is the play you got to make right here.
This is what Carson Beck has been waiting for 2 years, to have this offense and the Georgia team on his back.
3rd and 12. Beck, they give him time. He delivers to Brock Bowers. Who else? First down, Georgia.
A lot of these guys wonder, why didn't Carson Beck transfer? He could have left, gone somewhere else and started young. He wanted to play here with this football team, and he made the big throw under pressure.
Pickup of 16. And again, it's number 19 doing it.
Great protection, great throw to a great football player. That's the combination.
Jalen McLeod is the injured party for Auburn. But a big pickup on 3rd and 12 for Georgia. Next Saturday, SEC on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. On 3rd down and 12, a 16-yard pickup.
Everybody did their job for Georgia. Clean pocket, good route, perfect throw.
First half, Brock Bowers, 2 catches, 9 yards. Now 8 catches, 120 yards. Dogs from the Tiger 39. And Beck's going to keep it.
Now, that was not a called quarterback draw. The receivers were thinking they were going to get the football. Beck just pulled out of that play quickly. Didn't like what he had. Not sure what spooked him. Could have gone to Bowers short. Maybe he was looking left to begin with, but he got back near the line of scrimmage.
Lost a yard, we'll call it. 2nd down and 11. Approaching the 3-minute mark. 4th quarter, tied at 20. Beck, plenty of time. Down the middle. Guess who? Brock Bowers. Bowers heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Well, you got to wonder how somebody can get that open when he's so important to the offense.
40 yards on the run and catch for the All-American and Mackey Award winner a year ago.
No surprise. Go to your best players. Simple square and watch how open he is. Can't get any more open than that. And then those yards after the catch. That's the trademark that this guy has once he gets the football.
You think you're going to arm tackle him?
No
you
way.
Can forget about it.
He's running a 4.5 40, and he's 235 pounds.
What a drive by Georgia. 75 yards in 7 plays. Woodring's extra point is good.
And what an answer for Carson Beck. Remember, he started off the game with that interception. But on that drive, he came through.
Brock Bowers up to 160 yards receiving. More importantly, the touchdown of 40 yards with a pitch and catch. Carson Beck, a defining drive maybe for him if Georgia can hold on to this lead.
Gonna get lunch?
Brock Bowers, career high in any half, 148 yards and currently a 40-yard touchdown that's given Georgia the lead.
Carson Beck's a smart man standing next to number 19.
Carson Beck had 77 passing yards at halftime and has put on a display when Georgia desperately needed it on that last drive that covered 75 yards.
The little sneaky play to start the drive, a 5-yard pass. He knew he had pressure, got rid of it, got it to be 2nd and 5. Then the key 3rd down play. Everybody does their job here. 1st down throw to Brock Bowers, and then to tap it off, I don't know, almost a busted coverage for this Auburn football team. Get Bowers in space and can't stop this guy in space. And Ness, you know I hate to do this kind of stuff this early, but if Georgia goes on to finish this season, if they're going to finally not vote for a quarterback for the Heisman, would somebody please vote for Brock Bowers?
I hear you.
For 2 straight years, he's been amazing.
Peyton Thorne in and out of the hands of Jarquez Hunter. Couldn't quite find the handle.
This game's still alive, though.
And now he's tied A.J. Green for number 2 all-time in career receiving touchdowns at Georgia with that last one.
So they've only had Auburn going into this drive a total of 66 yards throwing. Under 3 minutes to go.
Auburn used one of their timeouts.
Yeah, 2 left just.
Second down and 10. Fairweather, the tight end, on the move. Thorne down the middle and got it to Fairweather.
Now remember, Auburn will have to hurry here. The clock will keep running. New rules this year. It does not stop for a first down.
Not until 2 minutes and under.
Beautiful throw and catch.
Sure was. Empty backfield, pickup of 22. 5-receiver group for Peyton Thorne with 2:20 left in the fourth quarter. Thorne going to run it here. And got away from one, but not the second. Smile Munden brings him down.
Yeah, saves time because keeping him from get out of bounds. Boy, that previous play, that one had to be fitted in. Best throw of the day. Maybe the best throw of the year by Peyton Thorne.
Second down and 9 as we've worked our way under 2 minutes. So now the clock will stop on first downs temporarily.
And calling plays, you got 4 downs. Remember that all the time.
And just outside their own 48, the throw incomplete behind the intended receiver, who was Nick Mardner. A lot at stake, a lot of streaks for Georgia, but of course their number 1 ranking. They've won 6 straight against Auburn. And Auburn's had 4 home wins against number 1 teams. And number 1 has had their hands full all day long.
Peyton Thorne was upset the receiver did not see the back shoulder throw. He threw it exactly where he wanted to.
Third down and 9. Georgia's going to bring the heat. Thorne got rid of it. Incomplete. Skips off the hands of Jay Fair, his intended receiver. And Auburn's down to a 4th down.
Keep your composure. Peyton Thorne getting a little frustrated with his receivers. Throws another good ball. Goes right through the hands. Now 4th and 9 instead of maybe 4th and 3.
Jay Fair is his most dependable receiver for Hugh Freeze. This might be the ball game right here. 4th and 9. Will Georgia bring some heat, or are they going to back out of it?
They did the last 2 times. The most they're going to bring is 5. It's going to cost them a timeout.
And they're down to 1. We'll be back in 30 seconds with 1:38 left in regulation. And bring you the day's best highlights on the U.S. Army postgame show. That postgame might be in 1 minute and 38 seconds, or it might be in longer than that.
You know, in the past couple of years, Georgia had those NFL defensive linemen and edge rushers that could make a play. Now it seems like they're having to bring in an extra guy to put pressure on the quarterback.
Auburn's 1 out of 2 on 4th down today. This is 4th and 9.
Best pass rushers right there, Michael Williams.
Thorne throws late, intercepted by Georgia. Going the other way is Malachi Starks, and that should do it.
4th down, you have to throw it. I don't know if the receiver stumbled or he was adjusting to the ball, trying to come back. Let's see what happened.
Second interception of the season for Malachi Starks. Here's another look.
Peyton Thorne's going to roll to his left. What happens here? Yeah, just couldn't keep his footing on that play. Went right over his head to Malachi.
And Starks just outfought Jay Fair for that football.
He did. Jay Fair was in front of him, but Starks beat him to the football. Again, that is not on the quarterback. You throw the ball and you think your guy's in front, he's going to stay in front.
Right. And Georgia will line up in a victory formation here. Carson Beck takes a knee.
Hugh Freeze got his football team close in this game. But down the stretch,
frustration showing in the final seconds as Georgia's going to avoid an upset at Jordan-Hare Stadium.
It's just me, but I got to say that that's the ball I would have thrown to. I would have thrown to that post-up receiver saying, I might get pass interference, or at least I'm going to fight for that catch. Fair slips or falls or gets pushed down, whatever you want to call it, but ends up being intercepted.
Beck will take a knee again. And boy, he's coming away with a gigantic win in his first road game as a starter. And he can thank number 19 for helping him along the way. McLeod and Brock Bowers.
You're a dude. McLeod just said, you're a dude, man.
Well, Kirby and Hugh with a handshake, and you could tell Kirby kind of exhausted with a big exhale before he meets the Auburn coach at midfield, because this was an escape.
So Hugh Freeze said to Jenny that my guys will fight all 60 minutes.
They did.
They did, absolutely. And I think Hugh Freeze says these guys will play, and he's got something to sell. This is a year of building his roster going forward. I think he's got something to build on.
They came to play today, that's for sure. And while they did not play well against Texas A&M on the road last week, they played like Auburn seems to always play at home here today.